Hello, this is Sassy77, and I just thought I would show off a little bit of my growing Star Wars collection. I really didn't start collecting. I was born the same year as A New Hope with older siblings, so I don't remember my first time watching any of the original trilogy. But I do remember when I was 20, the original trilogy got re-released to the theaters with an extra scene or two, but that was my great time to be able to see it in the theater. One thing that also happened in that time frame is they released a lot of merchandise around the original trilogy, and at the time it was all I could do to afford to go to the movies as a college student. So in the last maybe year or so, this has grown a little bit, and I'm just going to explain where I got some of this stuff. I'm focusing on the original trilogy today. I have a lot of merch around the Mandalorian, and that's going to get its own video, and of course, Baby Yoda Grogu. All right, so the funny thing about these banks is I would visit them in the store and never got to get them. And I found this at a very tiny classic toy store like 15 miles from my house. I went in there with no intentions of finding anything. I was so surprised when they had this. So let's see. It's still in the box. I don't know if whoever had it unboxed it or anything, but this one's still good.
Impressive. Most impressive. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Okay, so then I'm going to go to the other bank real quick. And this one does not work all the way. And I'll tell you what it's supposed to do. All right, so I'm going to... Well...
Human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2.
Okay, so when R2-D2 makes his noises, he's supposed to move forward. You can see the track, but it's not working. Also, there is a split in the box, but I'm pretty sure I did that when I got it. Those two talking banks I bought the same day, and they sold it 2 for $25, so I jumped on that deal. And I don't mind the box is messed up. It's not my intention to sell it at any point. So this was just something I really wanted as a college student, so it was so exciting to get it. These two were gifts from my brother-in-law. He just gave them to me. My husband's brother was getting rid of a lot of his collection, and I was very surprised that he had this because he would have been 10 or 13 when he got it. So he knew how to keep stuff in the box. So they surprised, him and my husband surprised me with that. So super excited. This is all stuff that was produced in the 90s for the re-release as well. So you've got Luke and Yoda. And then we have Obi-Wan. Old Obi-Wan, because of course this was right before the trilogy. The prequel trilogy came out, so sorry, bear with me. So there we go. Perfect shape. Again, not my intention to sell. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the last item, which honestly deserves its own video. So, this is a model that my brother built. My brother's exactly 10 years older than me. Me, him, and my older sister were so into Star Wars growing up. So he gifted me this one Christmas. It was after I got married, so it was after 2003, but I want to say somewhere around 2007. So I always thought this was something he built specifically for me because he built models as a teenager. So, you know, all of this is hand painted. It's very fragile, so I'm not going to pick it up. But you've got the guns on the top. You have the cockpit over here. You know, it's not placed ideally at all. And there are, let's see if I can get it. I'm going to try not to get the stereo. So you've got a gun down there. Can you see it? Let me see. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. There's the gun there. All right. So the reason why I say I think he made it specifically for me, he passed away in 2014 suddenly. And of course I had this high up because all the nieces and nephews were little. So I brought this down. Now it's on top of his stereo that his children gifted to me. But I mentioned this to his widow not too long ago about this particular piece, about the Millennium Falcon. And she said that she thought it was something he built shortly before they got married. They got married in 93, I think. 93 or 94. And she thought it was something that, you know, he was making room and everything for his new stuff. Because he collected all this stuff. And his boys have all of that. So, you know, my sister was over for Christmas and I mentioned that. And she started really, really looking at this. And she thought this was built back when we were in a particular town and we were only there for 2 years. And that was 84 to 86. So this is, if this is how old it is far more fragile than I thought. So I am on the quest to find a display case to put it in. Because right now I don't have one. It's got very weird dimensions. But I literally have anxiety when people come to the house because I'm so afraid someone's going to knock it over. Don't have to worry about my cats knocking it over. JJ and Kitty, stay clear. They're not going to jump this high. There's too much stuff up there. And maybe they just know. But it's very fragile. I don't like to touch it that much. But I really enjoy looking at it. This is a front room where we don't have, you know, you don't use it unless you have guests. We're in the South, so that's what happens. You have a room you don't use. But I do want to find a display case. I would guess that I would have to buy one or order a custom one and hopefully find an affordable one. So anybody who is still here at this point, just listening to me prattle, if you know of a custom builder for the displays that you might use, please let me know in the comments. And, you know, if you like this kind of thing, I can do another video for my Mandalorian collection. Because to me, until now, I don't know what Season 3 is going to be. It feels more like Star Wars than anything else I've watched. More George Lucas than anything else. So, that's just kind of where I'm at. But if you've come this far, please like, please subscribe, and please comment. I know it's kind of random. And guess what? My cats did not appear for this video. So hopefully you're still here. If you're here for cats, I'm sorry. They didn't appear. It's nap time around here. Because if they were here, I'd show them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my little growing collection. And let me know if you'd like more like this. Have a great day. Thank you.